What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Brain Waves, here with a late night exclusive. How's everyone doing? I'd like to welcome you all to my show. And with today's topic, we're going to talk about how Charlie Kirk is still exposing people's true colors. That's right. See, it's crazy, man. This is absolutely crazy. Ever since the Charlie Kirk situation news, broke and hit the airways, his social media became a talking point in a lot of our conversations. It revealed a lot of things about people. And one of the things that I saw is how people just changed. Like, people just changed up on you. If you uttered out of your mouth that you were against Charlie Kirk, oh, they went one way, especially depending on what you had to say. If you said you were in support of Charlie Kirk, and when I say in support of Charlie Kirk, I mean in support of anything as it relates to Charlie Kirk. We're not talking about necessarily one particular thing. We're talking about period. If you agreed, if you understood, if you weren't hollering he's a white supremacist and racist out of your mouth, I noticed a lot of people, they got real angry. They had a lot of anger in them. And you got to stop and think, why are people so angry? Why are they allowing a man's death and what he said to trigger them so much? I mean, Charlie Kirk has been around, for a while, and these same people didn't have anything to say. Their mouths were shut as it relates to Charlie Kirk. But as soon as the news broke, they had things to say. And the things that they had to say was not positive. And it's just crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy. You see it here on social media. I see it right here as a content creator. I watch people come up in the live chat when I go live. I watch other people's live streams. I'm a participant just like you are. And I watch other people's live streams. And I just find it interesting. I find it real interesting how you just see people in their rage, man. I just don't understand the level of hate and rage. And then to make matters worse, then they start throwing the hate that they have for MAGA. Then they start throwing in the hate they have for Trump. I mean, the list goes on and on. They have the hate for the right, being conservative. And it's just crazy. It's absolutely insane. I have watched people on social media just get full of anger, get upset, get pissed off. I'm talking about blood vessels pissed off. They got blood vessels about to pop and jump up out of their skulls, and they pissed off at you. I watched people that weren't on social media. I've watched coworkers. Come on now. I've watched friends. All these people who was just rocking with you, they were down like 4 flat tires, and all because of your stance on Charlie Kirk. And again, especially if you're in support of him, if you're in support of anything that he had to say, it's like the level of hate and rage is insane. And based upon my personal experiences with this level of hate and rage, it literally does not surprise me why somebody actually unalive Charlie Kirk. I mean, it's like people go from 0 to 100, and you got to stop and think. For someone to get that mad, for someone to get that upset, for someone to be that triggered, you got to think. Were they really down with you? Did they really care about you? One thing that I've noticed is that when you're saying things that other people want you to say, they're cool. They cool with you. They got no issues. Y'all best friends, best pals, whatever, coworkers, whatever it is, right? Whatever the nature of the connection, the relationship. But the moment you have a difference of opinion, that's especially as it relates to Charlie Kirk, they're literally so angry, so upset, so triggered, so hurt, so everything. You fill in the blank. And y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Many of you that are in support of Charlie Kirk, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You have watched people, as soon as you uttered your mouth, well, hey, I stand in support of Charlie Kirk, or I didn't see that he's a white supremacist. I didn't see that he's a racist. You go and review things, and then it's like, they're like, you know what ends up happening, right?
I can't believe you would support Charlie Kirk. What is wrong with you? You're supposed to be aligned with the left. You are supposed to be a liberal. Charlie Kirk, he was a white supremacist. He was a racist. How dare you be black? I mean, I could understand maybe if you were white, but to be black, and you stand in support of anything, and I do mean anything, ANYTHING, anything that Charlie Kirk had to say, something must be wrong with you. What is wrong with you? How dare you associate with people that also stand in support of Charlie Kirk? I can't believe it. I just can't believe that my coworker, that my neighbor, that my friend, that my spouse is in support of Charlie Kirk. The devil must have got in him. I know the devil ain't in him. The devil must have got in him. Charlie Kirk, he was one of the most evil, vile men on the face of the planet. Did you see what the news and the media said about Charlie Kirk? Have you watched CNN? Have you listened to politicians? Even my pastor, when I went to church on Sunday, said that Charlie Kirk was a white supremacist and racist. How dare you stand in support of any of his talking points? You know what white people want to do? White people don't care about black people. They don't care about black issues, especially somebody like Charlie Kirk. And you stand in support of that guy? You stand in support of what that guy said? What the hell is wrong with you?
Y'all get the point. This is the rhetoric that comes out of their mouths. This is the words that they say. These are the messages that they say. This is the content that they say. They say you're a sellout. They say you're a coon. You're Uncle Ruckus. All them ignorant terms. They said they didn't think the devil jumped up in you. They think something wrong with you. And you got to stop and think, why are people triggered in this man's death about what's being said, but they weren't triggered while this man was alive? Let me repeat that just in case y'all missed that in the back. Why are people so triggered about the things that Charlie Kirk said and he stood for after the man is dead and gone and can no longer defend himself? But when he was alive for years, nobody had nothing to say. The same people that are pissed off with you, that are upset with you, etc., you fill in the blank because of your stance. They ain't had nothing to say when he was alive. And you know what's crazy? And then to make matters worse, you get ostracized for even associated with certain people. They're in support of Charlie Kirk. You know, for me as a content creator, that's nothing new. I've had plenty of content creators, and all of them were in the wrong. They all were in the wrong. They were proven to be in the wrong. It might have looked like in the beginning, maybe in the middle, that they were in the right, but when it was all said and done, they were all in the wrong. Come on now. I had people in the past try to drag my name, drag my reputation just because of the people that I associated with or associate with. I mean, you got to stop and think, is that fair to do to a person? Just because you don't agree with the person, not because of any law-breaking thing or immediate threat, whatever. You just don't agree with what a person says. And they drag you for it. Maybe they don't like how a person says what they say, how they show it, how they present it. It's funny because everybody quiet as all get out in the chat. A lot of y'all are lurking in the background. I can see how many people are watching this live stream. Hey, y'all quiet. What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? You got nothing to say? You can't say hello. You can't say hi. Y'all just sitting here watching in the clouds and you ain't got nothing to say? I tell you, man. People, it's like people are afraid. It's like, I don't know. I don't want to come in the comment section because if I say something and I talk about Charlie Kirk, they might want to ostracize me. I get it. I understand. Y'all don't have the balls. Y'all not gonna come forward and speak boldly like I do. The Bible tells you to boldly profess your faith. So I speak boldly when I speak. When I decide to speak, I speak boldly. Otherwise, I don't speak at all. I get it. A lot of y'all are afraid to speak up on it because you don't want to come under persecution. You don't want to come under judgment. You don't want your friends and your family and the people you know and your co-workers and et cetera, you don't want none of them to leave you. You don't want none of them to judge you. I get it. So that's why everybody quiet in the chat. Like I said, I'm watching the numbers. Ain't nobody saying a word. That's hilarious. A topic like this and nobody saying a word. But I just had over 1,000, 1,200, 1,500 people in my last live stream today. My last live stream got almost 60,000 views. But now nobody want to say anything? This is crazy, man. What's going on, Rochelle? It says, hi, Brainwave. Hope everything has been good. You've been out of town, but you're back. At least you came through and you said hello. Thank you for saying hello, Rochelle. I mean, it's like people scared to even say hello right now. You know what's going to happen, right? You know what's going to happen.
Girl, let me tell you, girl. Guess what? I was watching Brainwaves Advice Topics LLC, and he went live to talk about Charlie Kirk. I can't stand hearing that man name. You know Charlie Kirk was a racist and white supremacist, right, girl? He said black people ain't qualified to fly planes. He said a lot of bad things about black people. That man was evil. And, Brainwaves, he went live to talk about Charlie Kirk. I don't even know why he talked about this man. I don't even like hearing this man's name. I get sick and tired when I hear the name Charlie Kirk. Every time I hear Charlie Kirk, I just want to vomit and puke, and I just can't take it. My blood boil, girl. It takes me back to slavery days. It just takes me back to everything I've been through. I mean, I know Charlie Kirk didn't do nothing to me personally, girl. I don't know him personally. I had no personal interactions with him. He didn't say nothing to me personally. And you know, while I'm on the subject, nobody that rocks with Brainwaves has actually said anything negative to me personally. But I still don't want to come in Brainwave's chat. I'm just going to lurk in the clouds, and I ain't going to say nothing. I'm going to sit back in the clouds. I'm going to keep my mouth shut, and I'm just going to listen to what he's saying. But girl, I ain't going to say nothing. That's why I'm on the phone with you right now. I ain't going to his live chat to say nothing. I ain't leaving no comments after his video.
You know that's how people be. You know that's how people be. Listen, I want to say something. No one is going to agree with everything that every person says and every person does. There has been many a times outside of the Charlie Kirk situation that I have went live, that I've talked about people. I've been criticized about how many videos I make about a subject, how many videos I make about a person. Why are you still talking about this? Why are you still talking about that? You should change this. Everybody's talking. And you know the funny thing about it? The most people that are talking, they're not making any content on social media themselves, at least in terms of making videos and live streams where people can sit down and analyze what they have to say and what they have to do. They're not the ones getting trolled in the chat left and right, getting threats on their life. No matter what you talk about, something positive, something negative. They're the ones not going through those things. So it's easy for somebody who's not going through it to talk. It's easy for someone to forget and not fully understand what it's like and what it actually means when you're on that side. It's like if somebody never worked in your particular industry and they've never done your job, how could they truly understand what it is that you do? Ramona, they got no on-the-job experience. But I just witnessed this, man. I witnessed this even with other people. I watch other people just get pissed off. Whether it's men, women, white, black, green, blue, purple, yellow, young, old, it don't matter. I watch people get pissed off. And what I'm seeing, the most anger and the most hate and the most rage has been coming towards people who support any aspects of Charlie Kirk. Even if you were just simply saying that you don't think it's funny how he was unalive, you don't think that anyone should mock him, mock his now widowed wife, Erica, any of those things. Even if you just speak it from that perspective, I've watched people just go in on the person who stood in that gap. It's like they don't want you to stand in the gap and support somebody who they believe is a white supremacist and racist. Well, let me ask this question. Here's the question we have to start to ask them. Do these people actually believe in the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob? I really wonder that. Because if they profess that they do, then they should also believe in salvation, repentant salvation. They should believe in forgiveness and all the things that the scripture said. Guess what? It applies to somebody like Charlie Kirk too. And it's funny because all of that so-called biblical or whatever religion or faith that they're in that may align with the Bible, all of that went out the door as it relates to Charlie Kirk. And all they see is hate, anger, rage. They're just upset. And it just begs you to wonder, let's run with the narrative for a second. Let's say, just for the sake of conversation, I'm not saying this is not my personal stance. Let's just say for the sake of conversation that Charlie Kirk is a white supremacist and a racist. Do you not believe that a white supremacist and a racist cannot be saved? Do you believe that a white supremacist and racist can't change their lives and be forgiven a thing? Why is it that pastors, you had pastors at that, especially the black ones, going in on Charlie Kirk? He was this, he was that, he was blah, 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 blah. And not one time did they preach love. Not one time did they say, well, we're praying for his soul. Not one time. Shows you how people really are. And it makes you think, would they do that for you? If they didn't like what you had to say, what you stood, would they treat you the same way? See, this whole Charlie Kirk situation has revealed people's true colors. Man. And same way right now in the chat, you only got one person that decided to say something in the chat. It's like when you bring up these type of conversations, they want to ostracize you. They want to act like they're not watching. I see the number of people that's been watching the entire time in the background. Only one person, which is Rochelle, came out to say hi, came out to do anything. That means that the people watching, they don't support me. I mean, unless it just so happens for some reason that they're unable to hit the like button, this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Because a topic like this, there needs to be a discussion going on. Have you experienced? I want to talk to the people, okay? Because for the people who don't agree with Charlie Kirk, it seems like nobody got nothing to say about them. It seems like they off the hook. They got nothing to own up to. They're good. They're free and clear. Oh, you don't like Charlie Kirk? You believe he's a white supremacist? He's a racist? Okay, you good. It seems like you good. People leave you alone. But if you say that, hey, you actually agreed with Charlie Kirk, or maybe it wasn't everything, maybe it was certain points or certain things, or you agreed that he should have been unalived so violently. His family shouldn't be made fun of. Any of these aspects, right? It seems like if that's you and that's your beliefs and that's your narrative, you're getting drugged by people. And I'm talking about family members, friends, lovers, co-workers, neighbors, like people everywhere. It's crazy. And when I say drug, I'm talking about full of just pain and hurt and anger. It's like, you'd be like, what did I do? They're treating you, if you stand in support and in agreement of anything with Charlie Kirk, they treat you as if you were Charlie Kirk. They're giving you the same energy and the same smoke that they would actually give Charlie Kirk. But you're not Charlie Kirk, because obviously Charlie Kirk is no longer with us. I'm telling you, man. What's going on, Forever Studios? Thank you for coming through. Thank you for saying hello. We got, let me see what Rochelle says here. Rochelle says, yes, they can, but I don't believe he was either. He didn't see race. He tried to help everyone. Listen, exactly. There are so many people that want to cast their perceptions onto Charlie Kirk. And I have personally been a victim of that, where people have looked at me and cast judgment on me and wanted to see what they wanted to see that was not true, and wanted to believe what they wanted to believe that was not true. It's like, I heard you say that. Guess what? They took clips out of my content. They took clips from my videos, clips from me saying stuff, and tried to run with a whole false narrative and try to create it into something. How many of you have experienced that? Where somebody's accusing you of things that are simply not true. And when you try to actually present your argument, when you try to voice your stance on things, it's like it go in one ear and it go out the other. They ain't hearing you. They ain't listening because they don't want to hear you. They don't want to listen. It's crazy, man. Oh, wow. Shout out to Forever Studios for gifting 5 memberships. Appreciate you, fam. Shout out to Ascending Phoenix. It's a member. Shout out to is it Kayla Mary? Kayla Mary. Hope I'm pronouncing your name correct. We got Mess as a member. We got Arborist as a member. And we got Lawrence Green. Shout out to my new members. those of you that have joined the membership, guess what y'all are doing? Y'all are keeping the lights on. Your support as members keeps the lights on. And I do humbly appreciate that. I humbly appreciate that. Man. It's crazy, man. I've witnessed so many people that I've least expected to just change on me. And change on me, you know what's crazy is one thing to get changed up on based upon what you're saying or not saying about Charlie Kirk. But I've watched people change up on me and take anger, rage, frustration, I don't know, pain. It's like this source of pain. Just because of association, like you're associating with other people that might talk about Charlie Kirk and they're quote unquote upholding his legacy, upholding his viewpoints. And then they're looking like, well, I don't agree with that. You supporting that? And then they want to alienate you. Like, you got to stop it there. Is that the right behavior? Is that the right behavior to persecute you? When you look at Charlie Kirk, you had Candace Owens, right? They spent a lot of time together. They worked together. They were like a pretend brother and sister, what have you. Charlie Kirk and Candace Owens had a difference of opinion on many issues. Even though they had a difference of opinion, they never took their frustrations out on each other. They never raged out on each other. So if that's how they move and how they do, why do we see people around us raging out just because of you talking about Charlie Kirk or you standing in support? And again, it's mainly the people that are standing in support talking about it. This is crazy, bro. This is crazy, bruh. Bruh, this is crazy. Yeah, Rochelle says they were still friends. Exactly. And I want to make something clear. Candace Owens and Charlie Kirk and Candace Owens had difference of opinions on many things, but they did not let that difference of opinion interfere with their relationship as friends, as co-workers. They didn't let it interfere. What I personally have been watching, not only in my life, I've been watching this takes place and transpire in other people's lives. I've been watching how people have been, again, like criticizing you and blaming you for your stance, thinking that something's wrong with you just because you don't agree with them. And see, you wonder why Charlie Kirk had got Kirked. It's precisely that same behavior. It's precisely that same mindset. It's something's wrong with you just because you have a difference of opinion. Or something's wrong with you just because you may agree with someone else who has a difference of opinion from, that particular person or those particular people. It's part of life. People are going to have a difference of opinion. Why are we letting that come in between? Why are we letting that bother? Why are we letting it seem like, well, okay, I support Charlie Kirk, you don't support Charlie Kirk, or you don't support Charlie Kirk, and I do support Charlie Kirk. Well, I don't like you, I don't like you. You're not really saying that, but that's how you feel. And then y'all go to y'all separate thing. Why are we letting something like this come in between us? It's crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy. I tell you, Charlie Kirk has brought out all types of things. And like I said, when people are that angry with you, that frustrated, that triggered, and they can't actually confess out of their mouths that, hey, okay, we just have to agree to disagree. And, well, hey, I still stand in support. Because y'all know what I mean. When someone says they're standing in support, they're not trying to make you feel bad for having a difference of opinion. See, if you're trying to make a person feel bad, like something's wrong with them because they have a difference of opinion from another individual, then you're not supporting them. You're trying to guilt trip them. You're trying to manipulate them. You're trying to punish them. You're trying to hurt them. The list goes on. But none of those things are of God. None of those things are of the Most High. That's not how the Most High would move. You have a difference of opinion with somebody. It is what it is. You have a difference of opinion on that. And it is what it is. You keep it moving. Telling you. I'm watching this same dynamic play out with other content creators. I'm watching this play out with coworkers. I'm watching this play out with people in the community. I'm watching this play out with friends. I'm watching this play out with myself. I've witnessed people feel like something's wrong with me. Feel like it's crazy, because it's like prior to this Charlie Kirk situation, there was no issue, right? They had no problem. They were under the impression that I was hearing them and hearing their voice and standing in support. But then it's like, if you have a difference of opinion, then they like, nah, I can't rock with you no more. That's what they're essentially saying. It's like, you better change your mindset about Charlie Kirk, or I can't rock with you. That's what they're saying. Looking at you like, again, something's wrong with you. But the question asked is, if you're able to sleep at night, you don't see anything wrong with your decisions, and you're good, you good with the Most High, then the issue becomes that individual or those individuals. That's not your issue. You see, you can't make another person like do something. That has to be their personal choice. And like I said, as it relates to Charlie Kirk, he's exposing people's true colors. People you thought was down, people you thought that was rocking with you, people you thought that had your support. And when I say have your support, here's the thing. If somebody's a friend, then they're supposed to support you in virtually everything. When I say virtually everything, I'm not talking about something that poses an immediate risk or immediate risk or threat, or some illegal or something that would like bring harm to you or somebody else. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the things that are outside of that. You just have a difference of opinion. Like I've been saying, for example. If they support you, they should support you even with your difference of opinion. Again, they don't have to agree with you, but they should support you. They shouldn't be trying to make you somehow believe that you're wrong and that you need to switch what you believe in and switch how you're moving. But that's precisely what they're doing. They're trying to guilt trip you, punish you, make you feel some type of way, make it seem like you don't have any type of logical reasoning, you're not making any sense, etc., etc. This is wild, man. Let's see. Rochelle says, all of us together are at a turning point. Yeah. Now we have to pick our path. Me, I have been God through all before Charlie, and now I continue. Yeah, I feel you, Rochelle. I said this. We had that lunar eclipse that took place last month, and next thing you know, Charlie Kirk got kirked. And it's like everything has changed. It just changed. And I tell you, it's been revealing a lot of true colors. It's revealed things that was in people's hearts and in their minds, and things that they may not have shared with you before, and then you're finding out. You're finding out what's actually there. And why are you finding this out? All because of Charlie Kirk, because of your stances on Charlie Kirk, when you talk about Charlie Kirk, et cetera, et cetera. And again, just because somebody disagrees with you doesn't mean that something's wrong with you because you have a difference of opinion. Again, the example, Candace Owens and Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk and Candace Owens, they disagreed on a lot of things, yet they was literally best friends. Charlie Kirk was Candace's work husband. You know, that was his work wife. They referred to each other as brother and sister. I mean, it was tight. They did a lot of things, but yet they had differences of opinion. I tell you, man, it's crazy. What's up, Forever Studios? He says, at me, what I'm saying came to pass. What are you referring to in particular, Forever Studios? What are you referring to about me? What I said came to pass. Is it the shake up, break up, wake up, make up thing that I usually say, or is it something else? It's crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy. So, you know, I want y'all to pay attention. Continue to watch. Oh, okay. He says the makeup. Yeah, the shake up, break up, wake up, makeup. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. You're absolutely right, Forever Studios. Thank you for pointing that out. I said 2025 is the year of the shake up, break up, wake up, make up. We're having relationships. Why? And I really want to talk about, because what I've observed is for those individuals who are against Charlie Kirk, it's like it's the mob mentality. It's like everybody, the majority, got to be against Charlie Kirk, against what he said, against what he stood for. It's like you got to go against Charlie Kirk. That's pretty much the mob. And if you don't fit that, they're going, what's wrong with you? I mean, I've just literally watched this. If you stand in support of Charlie Kirk in any way, boom, you're getting mobbed. It's wild, man. I don't even know what to say. We're watching co-workers break up. We're watching people in the community break up. We're watching people, speaking of community, we're watching people right here on social media break up. They like, oh, you support Charlie Kirk, you support what he says. Yeah, I ain't doing no more content with you. I can't rock with you. Something wrong with you. And it's funny. It's some people have said that and others have said that silently. Other people have implied things of that nature. This is wild, man. This is wild. I've just literally watched relationships change. Does Charlie Kirk live rent-free in your head that much? Does his talking points live rent-free in your head? You got to stop and think, why are people so triggered by what he says? Have we become a society that's so triggered by the things that another person says? I mean, you can't control how another person feels or what they believe about certain things being said, but that's how people be acting. I tell you, man, I tell you. I've watched this take place, y'all. And, you know, as it stands with me, I haven't had time to complete my research, but the research that I've done thus far, I do not see Charlie Kirk as a white supremacist. I do not see him as a racist. And it seems like because I voiced that, and you know, it's really bad amongst black folks. Because Because usually when you voice that with white people, they ain't got no issue with that. They was like, oh yeah, we seeing, yeah, we know Charlie Kirk, he wasn't a racist, he wasn't a white supremacist. I mean, you got some of them that do say he's a racist and white supremacist. But generally they get it. But amongst black folks, they look at what's wrong with you, what's happening to you. I bet some of them probably believe I'm under the influence of somebody or something. I'm under the influence of the Most High, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And like I said, if people get upset by that and get triggered by that, you got to start questioning, who are they really running with? Who are they really trusting? Who are they really listening? What's their agenda? Okay? You had a lot of black people did not like Charlie Kirk because Charlie Kirk is a white man talking about black issues. You got a lot of black people that believe Charlie Kirk, being a white man, has no place to talk about black issues. Now, that could be true fundamentally speaking. Fundamentally speaking, yeah. But the problem is, us as blacks, we don't deal with our situations. We don't deal with our communities. I just did a live stream about that earlier. We allow things to go on. We don't want to speak about it. We don't want to bring any attention to it. But when it comes to white people's stuff and white people's issues, we feel all vocal. We feel like we can speak up. We feel like we can say this and do that. But they can't speak and say that and do that with us. Do you see the hypocrisy? The same people that believe that they could call Charlie Kirk out for everything that he says, that especially if they're black, they, as being black, believe that they can call out Charlie Kirk with everything as it relates to our community. But Charlie Kirk being white, he can't call out things that's related to our community. The double standard and the hypocrisy is real, and it's revealing who's who. It's revealing what people's true intentions are, what their true colors are. Sometimes people, there's things within people that can lay dormant. You could go a long time, you may never see it, and then it'd be that one situation that come in and boom, you see them for who they really are. Wow. Look at what Rochelle said. Rochelle says, I was at a store wearing one of my Charlie shirts. A woman threw her drink on me and said that I worship Satan. This is crazy, bro. See what I'm saying? This what Rochelle just experienced is exactly what I'm talking about. I thought we got freedom of speech. I thought we could say something. You know, it's funny. The same hate and violence that got Charlie Kirk unalive, Rochelle just experienced that. I'm watching people turn on me and say and do things that just literally came out of left field. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. And when I witnessed that, this is me personally, when I witnessed that, you break down the trust with me. Now I'm looking at you differently. Like, why are you responding this way? Because of a difference of opinion? I mean, like I said, a lot of people had no smoke and no qualms with Charlie Kirk prior to him passing. Now he can't speak up for himself, and everybody pissed off as it relates to hearing his name. Y'all weren't pissed off before. Y'all weren't making no content. Y'all had no speeches. All these black pastors, they weren't having no sermons. They weren't doing nothing as it relates to Charlie Kirk. It's always exceptions. Might be one or two people here, but the majority, they weren't doing nothing. Their mouths were shut. They ain't had nothing to say. It's crazy, man. Crazy, man. I want to know if you are a Charlie Kirk supporter. I want to know if you support his talking points. And you have made that known publicly. You have made that known maybe at work, at home, I don't know, here online, on the internet, wherever. You got a group of people you hang out with. Let me know. I want to know. Have you experienced people looking at you like something wrong with you? I tell you, man, it's crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy. Just watching the turn up the tank, the change. But hey, shake up, break up, wake up, make up. That's what it is. Just shake up, break up, wake up, make up. We're in a crazy time where people want to respond and think something's wrong with you just because you have a difference of opinion. And you know, the funny thing about it is like when you try to state your difference of opinion, they ain't even hearing you. They was hearing you every other time, but now as it relates to Charlie Kirk, they act like they can't hear you. But in the same breath, while them not hearing you, they say that you don't hear them because you ain't actually supporting what they support, which is to go against what Charlie Kirk stood for and who he is. Man, I tell you. So look, if y'all want me to do a part 2 to this, put a 2 in the chat. Let me see if y'all want me to do a part 2 and I go in deeper on this. I start showing you some examples of this. Examples of the hate that you receive. Just for being in support of what Charlie Kirk talked about, what he stood for, et cetera, et cetera. Maybe you were just in support of Charlie Kirk not getting dragged and mocked because he passed, because he got assassinated. I will do a part 2 if I see enough 2s in the chat. It's crazy, man. All right, I see a 2. Can I get any more 2s? Got Forever Studios put a 2. Anybody else want to hear me do a part 2 as it relates to this subject? Because I'm about to give me some rest. I see people watching. Anybody gonna put 2s in the background? I think a lot of people scared to actually comment on this because they don't want to receive that same judge. Look, I tell you what, watch this. Watch this. Let me do something real quick. Give me 1 second. Okay, I got another 2. Give me 1 second. I'm about to do something. Let me do this real quick. Okay, so I only have so many characters to do this. Okay, I just started a poll and I'm curious. I want to see what the people have to say. I want to see what the people think. I really want to know. Okay. I really want to know. See, with the poll, you're able to vote and no one can actually know who's voting. Okay? No one will know who you are with voting. When you vote, no one sees who's actually voting. All we see is the number of people voting. That's the only thing we see, but no one actually sees who it is that's voting. I want to know. I really want to know. Because based upon the results of the poll, we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about this because this is a real issue. And this is a serious issue. And I'm not trying to like this is not funny. Okay, nothing about this is funny. This is a very serious topic. I want people to really understand that. And for those of you that have been getting persecuted, you've been getting criticized, you've been getting judged, you've been getting alienated, you've been going through all types of hell, you've been getting attacked. Some of y'all might be fearful for your lives just to even stand in support of Charlie Kirk. Y'all might be fearful, again, to even comment in my live chat because they go, oh, you're commenting in his chat and he stands in support of what Charlie Kirk said and did, da 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 da. You're like, you don't even want that heat. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. You know what? It's crazy. Look at the results of the poll. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Look at the results of the poll. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and end the poll right here. Look at the results of the poll. This is crazy, y'all. Just for the people that have participated. This is wild, man. This is wild. This is wild, man. Do y'all see the results of the poll? We got 75% of the people that voted said that they have been attacked for supporting Kirk. 75% of the people here, that means that's the majority of the people here, they have been attacked for supporting Charlie Kirk. That means you could have been supporting him, period, supporting his talking point, supporting that he shouldn't have been mocked about how he was unalive, et cetera, supporting his wife, Erica, now widowed wife. The list goes on and on. "75% of the people said that they're silent in the chat because they don't want to get criticized." Man, what is the world coming to? What like the times we're in, man, this is crazy. River Studio says for Rochelle to come up on the panel next time. We could do that, Rochelle. We could do that. Listen, man, I'm the results of the poll are disturbing. They're literally disturbing. That's what's up, Rochelle. Stand on your convictions. Stand on your convictions and do not waver. It's like you get attacked now because people don't agree with you. And listen, if they are attacking and acting this way and behaving this way because of Charlie Kirk, who would it be next that they're going to attack and behave that way towards you? I've literally watched people flip on me. I watched people flip on me on social media. I've watched people flip on me off of social media. I watched it. And it's funny. They look at you with hate and disgust. It's like Charlie Kirk is dead and gone, right? Charlie Kirk is no longer living. So it's like they take that attack out on you because you're the one that's still living, even though Charlie Kirk is not living. I'm telling you, man, it's crazy. This is absolutely crazy. And to see those results in the poll, that means that people are not talking. you wonder why people don't speak up. You wonder why people don't speak out. It's like, I'm pretty sure a lot of you all is watching this live stream right now. Maybe it'll be a video if you come back later on and watch it. I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all have your opinions, you have your beliefs, you have about certain things, et cetera, et cetera. Guess what? You can't even voice it. Because if you voice it, people gonna jump all down your back. They're gonna alienate you. They're gonna cut you off. They're gonna think something wrong. They're gonna try to attack, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I've literally watched people flip out on other people. Like, it comes out left field. It's insane. And like I said, it's real bad. If you black and you support Charlie Kirk, oh man, they look at you as being white. I'm telling you. They think if you're black and you support anything about Charlie Kirk, they look at you as being white. They think that you don't care about any black issues. You don't care about black people. Some of the people that actually would bring those things to you, they think that you don't care about them. But you do. You're just being misunderstood. This is bad, man. Hey, I said what I needed to say. The poll spoke for itself. There will definitely be a part 2. I'm about to get out of here and get me some sleep. I got to get up super early in the morning once again. And man, the poll results are a topic, and I'm going to show you some things. I just don't understand people that say that they are your friend and they say that they're your, I don't want to say coworker, because like okay, these could be people you work with. These could be people that you associate with in any capacity, right? They be down for you. Some of these people might have been down for you for years, and then all because of your stances with Charlie Kirk. All because you stand in support of Charlie Kirk. They don't like you. I mean, that's essentially what they're saying, because they don't like that you support him, and they feel like what he's saying is bad. So like, how could you support somebody so bad? No, that's your belief. That's your interpretation. That's your understanding. And that's your experience of him being bad. Another person is going to have a good experience with Charlie Kirk. It's crazy, man. So, hey, shout out to Forever Studios for gifting the membership. 5 membership. Shout out to my new 5 members. Shout out to Rochelle for stepping up, participating. And shout out to those of you that actually participated in the poll. I know we only have 4 votes, but it ain't like we got a whole bunch of people here. Just based upon those votes, the poll speaks for itself. We shouldn't even have one person that has been criticized and or attacked for their support for Charlie Kirk. Not one. But yet the poll wasn't even close. It was a landslide. Crazy times, y'all. We in crazy times. Charlie Kirk is exposing people's true colors. Exposing their true colors. Well, on that note, I'm going to go ahead and call him. I'm going to go get some rest. And I'll be back again a little bit later on today with another one. Again, shout out to those of you who participated, commented, my new members, all of that good stuff. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't done so already. We're going to do that part 2. So with that being said, I'm going to catch y'all in the morning. Make sure y'all get some rest. Stay in your relationship with the Most High. Stay in those scriptures. If you're not in the scriptures, then perhaps considering having a relationship with the Most High. All you got to do is start with John 3:16. You believe Christ died for your sins. You believe that the Father, He sent His only begotten Son, which is Christ, to die for you through the shedding of his blood, so that you could be forgiven of all your sins and have eternal life. And of course, Christ wrote it. And he's sitting on the right hand throne with God the Father, who art in heaven. Telling you, man, it's crazy with the poll results. So hey, I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. Peace and blessings. We made it to a solid hour, so we good. I'll catch y'all in the next one. I'm out. Peace.